Sex in the locker room, in the storyline. You guys, Matt and Lita, are a couple. Wrestling borrows from reality. Are you a couple in real life?
I wouldn't really classify us as a couple. I mean, we're good friends. There was a point, actually. No, I'm serious. I'll go back and I'm going to explain this. We're off the record, but I'm going to put it on the record right now. You know, before Lita ever came to the WWF, there was a time when we met, and you know, we went out and dated a little while, and then eventually we kind of lost contact because she was off doing other things. And then whenever she came to the WWF, we've always hung out, and you know, we're comfortable with having a relationship on TV, and we can go kiss, and it's no big deal just because it's something we.
So you're saying it's no big deal to kiss her? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying it's no big deal to kiss her. Absolutely.
A lot of people would disagree with that.
Are you sure?
Oh, I think so. That should piss you off a little bit. No big deal. You know, if I got to kiss her, I got to kiss her, whatever.
No, I mean, it's great kissing her. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying it's no big deal as far as a comfort level. Where if I had to work with someone like Trish Stratus, who's somebody, is in the same boat as Lee, as far as there's a ton of guys.
You get yourself in a lot of trouble with her.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying
right
is there's a ton of guys who would love to kiss Trish Stratus as well, but, I didn't have that, ongoing relationship, and I didn't know Trish for a long time before. If I had to do it just, that we work together, well, hey, I'm Matt, I'm Trish, we got to kiss tonight, it wouldn't be quite as comfortable. But with Amy, we've got such a background.
Maybe you'd like to answer this question.
Also, I'll explain that night when we had to kiss, and it's funny because everyone was talking about their match and what they have to do that night, and we were in this hallway with the guys' locker room and the girls' locker room. He said, okay, now do you want me to, pull you in? And so we were just talking. I mean, it might as well have been saying, okay, do you want to duck my clothesline, whatever, it's just, and, so one of the guys would come out of the locker room, and I'd be like, shh, stop. Don't talk about this. It was really embarrassing for me. My mom called and left a cute message about us, and she said, "You look really embarrassed afterwards." It was still embarrassing, even though we had before. But like I said, once I pretty much started with ECW, our schedules were so opposite. We never really saw each other. I would come and train down there, and so I met both of them before.
See, one of the things about the three of you is that you've never really assumed an unusual persona. There's no character. I believe, for the most part, you are in the ring what you are in everyday life. And that's not the case for a lot of guys who assume roles that are totally different. You say you want to become more public. You say that you want to tell stories. Is there any part of you that you won't tell to the audience, that you won't share with the audience?
For me, no, I don't care. I mean, everything about us is real as of right now, down from our names to Jeff and I being brothers to being from Cameron, North Carolina, a little town out in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina.
But there's a lot of guys who wrestle and women who wrestle who get into trouble by getting too deeply into their real characters and bringing it into the ring.
I think it's more of them taking their characters from the ring and bringing it into the real life.
Jerry Lawler and Kat.
Mm-hmm.
That was personal, it became professional, and it screwed up the professional, right? She got fired and he had to go with her.
Right. I mean, it definitely can. I mean, so many people, they just become engulfed in their character and their whole line of professional work and what all they've done, and they can't tone back and be a real person again, which I think is completely absurd. It's entertainment. I mean, we don't go out there to win or to lose. We go out there to perform, and we go out there to be a character. Our real name's Hardy, but when we go out there as Hardy Boys, we're two guys right now that just aren't afraid of anything and are willing to do anything to win. And a lot of people buy into that because they know we really bust it every time we hit the ring.
Scathing review of the Hardys. You guys aren't partiers.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
No, that's what I hear. You guys are not partiers. Yet, video games after the matches, that's cool for you guys, right?
I don't even, we got to keep this party
Yeah, but
actually, I don't even play video games. I'll tell
now
you.
That's sick.
Well,
speaking for my 15-year-old son.
Hey, don't get hot with me. But no, the one thing I was going to say about not partying is whenever we first came to the WWF, neither one of us really drank. And some of the guys gave us a hard time.
That's what I was going to ask you, because you're in a locker room, and this is not particular to wrestling. You got, in real sports, real life, you get, people between the ages of 20 and 50, and for the most part, they drink and carouse and do all kinds of stuff like that. So you guys come in as the good boys.
Right.
How are you looked at, and how much did you have to win people over to be accepted?
It maybe took a while. I mean, because when we came in, we were generally ourselves. I mean, I don't think we ever tried, be someone else in front of people. I mean, I didn't want to come in and give this perception, I go and stay up every night till 7 a.m. and drink and do bad things, whatever. I mean, we were just ourselves. And eventually, I think we're, good, cool people, and we won ourselves over.
Mm-hmm. It was hard. I mean, like Bradshaw, Bradshaw? Yeah. Man, we'd go in the building every day and say, hey, Bradshaw, that's the proper thing to do is to greet everybody. Go to hell. That was his response. We're like,
why?
Because at the time, we didn't drink, and
just because one of the things whenever we first came in, like he said, we didn't drink, and that was just kind of like a thing. Like, actually, our dad just raised us up real hard. You know, our mom died when we were young, and our dad brought us up real hard in the country, and you know, we never saw a lot of, you know, that outside life and partying. I mean, we grew up on a farm, and we farmed, and I mean, we were kind of, you know, we were shielded to a degree from the outside world. But whenever we first came in, Bradshaw said one night, "Well, I want you guys to, you know, drink a, you know, 6-pack of beer tonight, you know, and throw the bottles at signs." And we said, "Oh, okay, sure." We were joking. We came back in the next day. Said, "You guys do it?" And we said, "No." And he said, "What?" You know. And then from then on, he kind of gave us a hard time. But then eventually, you know, everything's cool with us. He's one of our favorite people now.
All we would have had to do there is lie, though. If we would have just said it, hey, it would have been fine. There was no proof. He didn't ask for any proof, so, you know. Hey, but, you know, it all worked out fine.
So when you come into the WWF to get your job there, you got to just lie, I guess.
Lie, man.
Well, you can apply that to many aspects of life and many aspects of employment. When we return, the whole wrestling world has been turned upside down. Where does everybody stand in that Poseidon adventure right now? When we return.